Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Block level scope in JavaScript, a deep dive. In JavaScript, the concept of scope determines the accessibility of variables and functions within your code. It essentially defines where you can access a particular variable or function from different parts of your program. Block level scope is a type of scoping introduced with ES6, ecmascript 2015, that restricts the visibility of variables declared using let and const to the block they are defined within. Understanding block level scope is crucial for writing cleaner, more predictable, and less error-prone JavaScript code. 1. What is scope? Before diving into block level scope, let's briefly recap the broader concept of scope in JavaScript. There are primarily two types of scope prior to ES6. Global scope. Variables declared outside of any function or block have global scope. They can be accessed and modified from anywhere in your script. Function scope. Variables declared inside a function have function scope. They are only accessible within that function and any nested functions. var declarations are function scoped. 2. The problem with var and function scope. Prior to ES6, JavaScript primarily relied on var for variable declaration. The function scoped nature of var can lead to unexpected behavior and potential bugs, especially within loops and conditional statements. Consider this example. Output asterisk. In this code, even though I is declared inside the for loop, because var is function scoped, I is still accessible outside the loop with a value of 5, after the loop has completed. This can lead to unintended side effects if you later reuse I expecting it to be undefined or have a different value. Another classic example demonstrating the issues with var involves closures and set timeout. Explanation asterisk. The loop iterates 5 times, scheduling set timeout callbacks for each iteration. Each callback function logs the value of I. However, by the time the set timeout callbacks execute, after the loop has finished, the value of I will be 5, because var I is function scoped and exists throughout the example function. Therefore, each callback will log the final value of I, which is 5. This occurs because all the callbacks close over the same I variable which is only ever declared once using var, and has the final value after the loop is finished. 3. Introducing let and const, block level scope to the rescue. ES6 introduced let and const to address these issues. These keywords declare variables with block level scope. A block is generally defined as a code enclosed within curly braces. This includes if statements, for loops, while loops, switch statements, standalone blocks. 3.1 Let Let declares a block scoped variable that can be reassigned. Output Now, I is only accessible within the for loops block. Trying to access it outside the loop results in a reference error. This is because let restricts the scope of I to the curly braces that define the body of the for loop. Let's revisit the set timeout example using let. Output Explanation Each iteration of the loop creates a new I variable with let, scope to that particular iteration of the loop. Each set timeout callback closes over its own separate I variable, which retains the value from that iteration of the loop. Therefore, each callback logs the correct value. 3.2 Const Const declares a block-scoped variable that cannot be reassigned after it is initialized. Attempting to reassign a const variable will result in a type error. It's important to note that const doesn't make the value of the variable immutable, unchangeable, only that you cannot reassign the variable to point to a different value. If the const variable is an object or array, you can still modify its properties or elements. Key differences between let and const asterisk. Asterisk reassignment asterisk let allows reassignment, const does not. Asterisk declaration asterisk const requires immediate initialization during declaration, let does not. 4. Block scope in if statements asterisk asterisk. Let and const create block level scope within if statements as well. Here, the message variable declared inside the if block is distinct from the message variable declared outside. They do not collide. 5. Temporal dead zone, TDZ. Let and const declarations are hoisted, but they are not initialized. This means that the JavaScript engine is aware of their existence, but you cannot access them before the line of code where they are declared. Accessing a let or const variable before its declaration results in a reference error, and this period is called the temporal dead zone, TDZ. The TDZ exists to help you catch errors related to using variables before they are properly declared and initialized. 6. Why use block level scope? Asterisk improved code clarity and maintainability asterisk block level scope helps to isolate variables and prevents naming conflicts, making your code easier to understand and maintain. Asterisk reduced bugs asterisk by limiting the scope of variables, you reduce the risk of unintended side effects and accidental modification of variables in unexpected parts of your code. Asterisk predictable behavior asterisk let and const provide more predictable behavior compared to var, especially in loops and closures. Asterisk enforces best practices asterisk const encourages you to use immutable data structures where possible, which can lead to more robust and easier to reason about code. 7. Best practices and recommendations asterisk asterisk. Asterisk prefer const over let asterisk use const for variables whose values should not be reassigned. This helps to enforce immutability and makes your code more readable. Only use let when you need to reassign the variable's value. Asterisk avoid var in modern JavaScript asterisk in most cases, let and const provide a safer and more predictable alternative to var. There are very few scenarios where var is genuinely necessary in modern JavaScript development. Asterisk declare variables close to their usage asterisk this improves code readability and makes it easier to understand the purpose and scope of each variable. Asterisk be mindful of the temporal dead zone asterisk avoid accessing let and const variables before their declarations. 8. Summary. Block level scope, introduced by let and const, is a fundamental feature of modern JavaScript. It significantly improves code clarity, reduces bugs, and promotes best practices. By understanding and utilizing block level scope effectively, you can write more robust, maintainable, and predictable JavaScript code. Embrace let and const as your default variable declaration keywords and leave var behind.